still intend to rescue me, Captain? Now that you've seen what I've done.
The game's called Spec Ops: The Line, and it's kind of a unique title. The line to us, and it's open for interpretation, but it's the line that soldiers approach as they enter combat situations that are extremely difficult, as far as gray area types of situations. And we put the player into a lot of situations where he has to make decisions between his mission and the kind of moral preconceptions that he arrived with on the scene. We're putting our focus on a very strong layer of narrative. And so that's really exciting for us as we follow a group of characters that take a journey into the heart of darkness. And so on top of all of the combat and the military shooter gameplay that you'd expect, we have this very strong layer of narrative as these characters evolve.
Captain, you should see this.
Looks like some kind of encampment.
So you play as this character named Martin Walker, who's an elite Delta Force operator and leader of a Delta Force unit, and your squad mates are actually this unit that follows and comes with you on this journey. But what's interesting is the journey that they're going on ties into this character, Colonel John Conrad. Excuse me. He was a Delta Force operator and a founding member of Delta Force and a very revered colonel. He was in Dubai helping with the evacuation effort as these sandstorms began to ravage the region. And the sandstorms actually were even much bigger than what had been expected by them. And the city was essentially left as a wasteland. Anyone that was there was thought to be dead and left behind. Well, a few years later, a signal is heard outside of Dubai. And so our squad is called in to bring John Conrad home. But when they get there, that's when things get really interesting, because John Conrad's not the man that he was and that they remembered. Things have evolved in ways that they didn't expect, and the mystery begins to unravel, and that's what the player encounters in the line.
It's set up. They're right on top of us.
For me personally, it's just a great, timeless formula for creating a really cool, dark, eerie story of evolution, as these heroes start out very kind of professional and they come with what you'd expect in a military shooter, but they evolve in a way that you wouldn't expect, and so things become much darker. The characters, the way they look, the way that they move, the way that they speak to each other, all of those things evolve just as they do in the heart of darkness, and so that's been just a great reference for us. And then also, Apocalypse Now was obviously it was a Heart of Darkness story that takes place in Vietnam, and that's been a strong reference for us as well. I think it's just a great kind of twist to put on a war-themed game, I think.